take the B side. I think it was the Grim frag. He really put himself in a good spot to have an advantage on the approach from mid, but he still couldn't win the duel. And it almost made up for the fact that Floppy went down without getting a frag. And now I'm curious to see the evolution of Floppy's play inside that site, because he's gone from playing retake, it's been successful, tried to change it up, which you're going to have some variation. But as soon as he steps out, puts himself out there, it's an instant death with an easy clear from Na'Vi. And I think part of the game has to be pretending you're going to push, playing spots like Bit did as they pushed the long position, so that teams can't just feel like they can walk in. I think they could have punished with an op on a few of these rounds. We haven't seen that kind of presence yet for Complexity. So even though Na'Vi lost that for first rifle, had a little bit of struggles here, their game plan seems to make sense. I mean, I think you would want to punish teams for playing retake as much as possible. Right now, this whole Na'Vi team is basically everyone but Simple at the moment. Bottom of the board, but first solid buy across all five. And they put Halzerk in a spot to punish a walkout. So there we go. There's an op in a good spot.
But of course, still alone. Floppy will be set up by Grim on Glyphs, aka Glizzy.
Prof.
Yeah.
In case you were curious.
Gotta get with the times. Okay, got two sets of feet shuffling over. They're gonna go for that long A contact by the looks of things. Where's that going? Halzerk still holding. Oh, miss shot. Cannot afford that.
Miss.
Nope. The only player in position on the A site. He's got the angle held. He's supposed to catch them off. They walk into the scope, and he simply doesn't hit it.
And you have to lie. Like, you have to be like, they threw an insane flash. Like, you have to come up with something. You can't just say you missed. Because he should play there again.
Ugh.
Yeah. He had a couple shots like that, like real easy ones the other day, where it was just like, oh,
This is where
not those.
This is where we just have to recognize that Halzerk is one of the lowest rated players at the event with a 0.88 heading into this event, or this series.
Yeah.
So marked improvement across all these rounds, but not this round. This round, it hurts.
It hurts. And that was the best gun for Complexity, so the most expensive loss, but they saved 4. They have the armor. In this situation, they'll buy again. We'll have to see a better day, but do they have an op? I think that was core.
No.
It's a really unfortunate round to lose just because of the op in the right spot. It was like the perfect next thing to do.
It was
based on what we saw.
100%. It was the adaptation we would have hoped to see from that A site. Instead of Floppy just trying a different passive further back angle, you go for something that's meant to work every time.
And they don't molly him.
But you miss.
You missed.
You gotta click on them.
We're using a lot of timeouts here for Complexity, but they already survived their T side, so. Na'Vi are clearly working off of what they're finding as the match happens.
But it's okay, Halzerk. Just get him next time.
This camera is nice for Halzerk because you get to see the full mullet. The party in the back.
In all its flowing glory. And there's so little money, Halzerk's going to have to now hold that angle with a USP. So to nobody's surprise, he's not even there. In fact, A has been evacuated. Complexity, it's the exact same setup, just Halzerk inside Temple and A completely clear.
It's an interesting risk to take, I think, in this situation. So they could potentially once again save if things don't go right, and
now it's forward thinking.
Their other guns are not great, and they didn't invest into utility.
No.
Focused on the money here, our Complexity.
Invested in their future.
wicked smart.
Of course, we're assuming that Na'Vi go and feel out that A site again, but if they don't, this could be phenomenal from Complexity. Everybody's in the right place. Smoke goes down outside of Dark. No, they start to second guess it.
Yeah, they just don't hear anything. They have no one spotting. Oh, are they just going to leave?
But it's like, if you don't hear anything, why not just wait for the plant? This was the plan from the start.
Yeah, they're the ones who are performing the trick. Oh, and a smoke comes into the site.
You played yourself, sucker.
Yeah, they still actually have time to get into decent spots. For Electronic.
Yeah, headshots like that one. Oh, they had it all figured. That one's going to hurt in hindsight. Oh, it's going to hurt. Electronic going to fall to the USP.
Just 15 seconds.
T's still too far back, but nobody can really just stop this bomb plant. They can't just rush out. The bridge to Canal's drop would have taken too long.
Yeah.
I wanted so badly just to see whether or not that would work. I was invested, not in Complexity's win, but just in the clash of the teams in that instant.
In this situation, like, if you had one of the pistoling players spotting the other side of the map, you would just chill. Not seeing any walkouts. Yeah, it's... What's that rule? It's like if you gamble...
Don't give up.
And that's... Never give up. Keep gambling. Yeah. Well, I guess in this situation, they should have. They had won it. They had won it.
Only quitters lose. Just quit losing.
No scout this time. No MAC-10 running through the other side of the map. Just Complexity overthinking it.
And of course, while we can sit here and you left that bomb site, in reality, they still got away with majority guns. This rebuy is going to be made very easy, and they've set themselves up. So
that's true.
You know, it's just the fact that for a moment, it was looking like they could have caused an upset.
Okay, Captain Upside, but what does that mean about how they're going to play the A side of the map now? They don't have